it's up to me to introduce our last speaker for today. Her name is Jacqueline Rutgers, sorry. And she's a part of Snapchat. And since the entry of Snapchat into the Dutch market in 2016, Snapchat has grown exponentially, and the team also has grown exponentially as well. Before joining Snap, she was part of the Heineken team as a brand manager, and she's also lived in New York for a couple of years, working for Estée Lauder and Vogue. But Snapchat, in contrary to many other social apps, is a platform that isn't about vanity metrics. So if you send out a snap, or if you're talking to someone or posting a story, you can't see how many people have watched it. There's no metrics like how many followers you have. And it's kind of like you're talking to people in their own little bubble, very, very similar to the situation that we're in now. So I'm really happy that Jacqueline will be able to join us, and let's see if she has a space-themed lens on her.
There she is.
Thank you very much for having me. Unfortunately, I got a Zoom upgrade, and apparently our Snap camera is not yet working.
Oh my God! Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Yeah.
No problem.
Yes, but I'll make sure to. Well, we're obviously working very hard to fix that, and. Next time, for sure. I will in a spaceship, and
you landed.
Yes.
Yeah. I understand you had a little video for us as an introduction. So let's start that video now.
Sending love to Italy from my fire escape.
Yeah, really nice. Jacqueline, I already saw a couple of examples of how Snapchat is adjusting. So how has the COVID-19 crisis impacted Snapchat?
Well, as most people, our team obviously is working from home as we are doing our part of social distancing, and so are our partners. So as everyone, Hangout and Zoom meetings are the new normal. Our team at Snap is, well, experimenting to find new and engaging ways to stay in touch with agencies across the region. Besides that, what we see is that our community on Snapchat is there more than ever before, as everyone obviously is trying to stay in touch with those close to them now more than ever before. And what we find very important is that we support our partners and our community. And obviously that is always a priority, but it's even more important right now as we are all navigating these very uncertain times. So the notion of we're in this together to us and to our partners is just very important.
Can you perhaps give a few examples of the actions that Snap has taken, to deal with this situation?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I said, we're taking all of the meetings we usually have remotely. So online webinars, online bi-weekly meetings, online workshops, really to stay connected to our clients and support them. Besides that, we find it also very important to understand our community. That's obviously also very valuable information for our clients. So what we did right away as the pandemic progressed is get in touch with our community. So we had online surveys to see how this is impacting their behavior and how they are changing. And based on that, we were pretty quick, I think, to release a webinar on the impact of COVID-19 on our Snapchat generation. So we're doing that. This week, we had another webinar on the power of AR, making sure that one of the speakers was our global head of AR product marketing. So by giving our partners access to webinars and senior leaders within the company, we feel like it's the best way to support them. Also because obviously they have to be a partner to their clients. So again, supporting wherever we can is a top priority right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also understand you had another video to share with us. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to see?
Yes, absolutely. So what we feel like, as many things are changing, we see that a lot of us are in video calls all the time, whether it is for work or after your work day, to stay in close contact with your father, your grandmother, or just friends. So we have a Snap camera application, and we see that it took off by storm. So if compared to how that usually was, it's used now 30 times more. And we have a great example of that. I feel like a campaign from a company called FaceJar, where they use the Snapchat camera to make, on the one hand, consumers aware of how they have to change their behavior during the pandemic, and on the other hand, they're contributing to the great cause, fighting the coronavirus. And I think that the video will explain all of that quite well.
Okay, let's take a look at the video. Dat was hem volgens mij. Ja. You can come back. Yes. Okay, so I'm not sure if that video had any sound, but as I understand it, it's with your Snapchat camera, you can scan one of the notes and then you can donate.
Yes. Correct. So let me explain, because this is actually not the video I was talking about.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what we did here, it's no problem. So what we did here is, this is what we call an AR campaign, and we partnered with the World Health Organization. This is basically the very first global donation lens we have ever had on our platform. And the goal here is really to drive awareness about the WHO Solidarity Fund, and to help support health workers around the globe, and really making sure Snapchatters are taking action. On the one hand, again, becoming aware of what's happening, and on the other hand, contributing to it. So this works on a total of 23 international currencies, and as you can see, it triggers awareness for the Solidarity Fund. Yeah.
Beautiful. Really awesome that you were able to come up with something like that quickly. It's really nice. Ralph, did you have another question?
Yeah, well, what I find interesting is that what you normally see is that Snap is considered for fun and engagement and getting into contact, and what you're creating now is a total new relevance for Snap, really. Is that something that you are going to continue also after this situation is over?
Yes, absolutely. So I think the things we're doing are very close to what we have always been doing. So when it comes to AR, obviously what we want to do is make sure our community can express themselves in the way they want. And generally speaking, I feel like Snapchat wants to create and give consumers context and relevance, and whether that's through our camera or through AR, that's something we always are focusing on. And on the other hand, what I think is also very relevant specifically now is that our community stays well informed. So if I look at my own behavior, for example, I check the news more often than I ever did before, because I want to stay up to date on the latest developments of the coronavirus. So in response to that, and we obviously always do that, but now we are even more focused on making sure we provide fact-based information and news to our community. And we do that through our Discover side of the app, partnering with the World Health Organization, making sure our community gets the right information from the experts themselves. So that also is always very important, but obviously even more so today.
Great.
All right. Well, I have also one last question about the plugin that you have in Zoom, for example.
Yeah.
Is it? I know that a lot of brands and our
Lots of
clients
fun,
are,
Lots of fun.
Yeah,
also.
it's really
are
fun.
watching. It's really fun. I've been in a couple of meetings where people didn't know they had it on, and suddenly they were a potato, and it was a really serious meeting. But I know some brands are obviously watching and are very curious to know if they can also maybe launch one of those filters. Is that a possibility, or?
How does
Yes,
that work?
absolutely. They can. So the first Snap Camera desktop lens has actually been launched last week, I think, for a movie called Trolls, which, well, you might or might not know, but it's about funny little men and women with very funny hair, and they're super colorful. So what we did for this particular movie that was running on Disney Plus is to create Trolls lenses. So when you were in the meeting, you and your colleagues, or you and your friends and family, could have these different characters as talking together. So I think that's a great example of what we can do. So it is possible. And if you feel like for one of your clients that's a possibility, please do not hesitate and reach out to us.
All right.
Nice.
I think that's really cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it can really spice up a meeting because, you know, I know your experience is that these meetings can be very long and sometimes a bit dreadful.
Yeah.
So adding a
well,
bit of fun to it, right? It's a
Okay,
good
maybe
idea.
just as NextM then, or not?
AR provides, well, at least we see it as well in our office. AR really gives it a bit more fun, and it helps everyone to get and stay creative.
What's your own personal filter that you use in your meetings?
Well, I have two favorites. Obviously, it depends a bit on the content of the meeting, but the potato is one I like a lot, especially to get the first initial reaction of people when they see that.
Yeah.
We also have one with a lot of toilet paper. You can wear it around, which obviously is also very relevant right now. So one of those two.
All right. Cool. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be sure to make sure that people get to you, and I'm sure we will have a lot of questions from brands how they can get in touch with you and also get a cool filter like you did.
Yeah.
But for now, thanks and enjoy the long weekend. Enjoy Woningsdag.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Same to you and everyone at home. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.